Don't call it a comeback because we never left. W7 Live, one last go around with, we've got two of our buddies. One of them we're going to talk with right now, and she came over and gave me the business today. She was fired up. So, Maggie, talk about what. First of all, let's talk about what's your grievance is here.
I've never taken a selfie with you, and I have never been interviewed by you.
I mean, that's serious stuff.
I know, it's kind of offensive.
Yeah, right. I
bit.
mean, talk to anybody, but yet, you say I'm one of your favorites, but do I ever get any time with you? The answer is no.
No.
So how can I really say you're one of my favorites? So what we're doing to make up for it is we're giving her. Nobody else this 2 days has gotten their own interview where the event is actually named after her. So the name of this event is Interview with Maggie Plahmer and Abby Stigler. I mean, nobody else has got that. Talk to me about the 2 days you had here, Mags. I mean, how'd it go?
It went well. It was tiring. Very tiring. Yeah, it was a lot.
What do you take out of this? I mean, what's like if you had to pick one thing, like, boy, this was really great that I learned this. What would that one thing be?
How to like work with new people I've never met before. I mean, usually when you meet a team, you'll like practice with them a little bit, but we really got thrown together, and I think we worked really well together. Did
you guys really gel as a group? I mean, did you mesh as a group?
Yeah, I mean, they were seriously some of the nicest people I've ever met.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Isn't that awesome?
I was like nervous. I thought they might be a little cocky, coming to this big event. No, they were so nice.
They're all like you. I mean, they're humble kids that play at a really high level. And when you get around people like yourself, you just love that. It just makes you. It kind of feels like home, right? Like, oh my gosh, if all my relationships were only this simple, right? Because we think alike, we talk alike, and for you, it's we talk softball. I mean, that's I can't imagine how much softball you've talked the last 2 days. Good season for you guys last year, but I would say it's kind of a transition year this year. I mean, you guys probably learned a lot coming out of this season, because you had that class of 2020 that was kind of like all everything, and they're gone now, and it's your guys' team. What do you learn out of last season? How do you take that forward in the next season?
Out of my slinger season?
Yeah, out of slinger season.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are definitely focusing on the fact that, we have like a senior leaving, one senior, and she didn't play a lot. But really, she was a big part of our team because she was kind of like the team mom. So I'm thinking.
And who was that?
That was Jenna Cohn.
Yeah.
She really didn't play all that much, but she was a big part of our team. And coming out of a season that got taken away from us with such a big team like Sylvia and Maya's class, like, it's like really detrimental, honestly.
Yeah, it is, and it's frustrating because number one, I mean, you're a great softball player, but you're 2 years behind those girls, and you guys all just kind of sit and wait. I mean, you and Moker and Emerson, I mean, you had to wait your time, right? I mean, wait for them to play through, which, I mean, of course you support them and we were happy for them, but at the end you're like, okay, it's our turn now, and then the whole COVID things happen and you lose a year of it, and so now you're trying to play catch up in this last year. It's your team next year. I mean, you're a senior going into, I mean, does that seem crazy that you're going to be a senior this year, or does it seem just right?
No, it's crazy. It is actually unreal. It's all gone by so fast. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the next season because, I mean, obviously we did not have a bad season whatsoever.
Not at all, no.
And those are starting pitchers, Jalen and Kylie, and, well, Emerson didn't pitch all that much, but she's a good pitcher too. They were new to varsity ball. They were new to high school ball in general because they got their freshman year stripped. So now that they're used to it, I think that'll be a big improvement for our team. I mean,
Jayla with the gun show, I mean, that's kind of her thing, right? I mean,
do you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was the Hartford game that we lost at Hartford. You guys were there, right?
Yes.
And me and Julia, we were watching the film.
This is Julia Moker, right?
Yes, and you mentioned something about her being vertically challenged.
Oh, Julia?
Yeah, she has a whole private story named after it now. She thought it was so funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She knows I'm not picking on her. She knows I love her, right?
Oh, I'll pick on her for it.
Okay.
No, it's all good.
What was that like having Maya Morris come back this year and kind of be part of the team? Was that weird or was it great? Or I mean, what was it?
It might have been weirder for the other girls. I mean, personally, I did get pulled up a couple times my freshman year, so I already knew how to kind of work with her. But I think it really helped our pitching because, I mean, Tanya and Jerry, they're both very well-rounded coaches, and they know a
Yes.
lot about everything. But for Maya to be the specialized pitching coach, I think definitely helped at least Kylie and Jalen, which inevitably helps the rest of the
Helps
team.
everybody, right? You know, Mocher's another example. I mean, you know, she kind of had to sit and wait her turn, and then we saw her when you guys we did that Storm versus the class of 20 game a couple of years ago. Remember that?
Yep.
And Mocher, I mean, at shortstop, I mean, hey, you know, I'm not going to take away from Sylvia Flaherty because I mean that's Sylvia Flaherty. I mean, she's played for Wisconsin for God's sake.
Right.
So I mean, I would never take away from her, but I was shocked at Mocher at the shortstop. I mean, a couple of plays that she made, I was floored by that. And people kept telling me like, you know, I was sad that those kids were leaving. They're like, wait till you see the kids coming up. They're great, and you guys are great.
Yeah. Julia, I feel a lot of people do underestimate her. I mean,
There's no doubt about
she
that.
is tiny. She is tiny, but for her to cover the 5-6 hole the way she does is just crazy beneficial for our team.
And I'm on her every game. Like, Mocher, you better show me something today.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always on her, and she just takes it in stride, goes out and just does her thing. And
I mean,
she's
yeah,
amazing.
She's hard on herself, but
Of course she is.
I think she's way too hard
You
on-
are too. You're hard on yourself too, and Emerson's hard on herself too.
Oh, yeah.
You
We
guys
all
are all
are.
crazy brutal on yourselves.
Yeah, I think that we're good at picking each other up, though. Or we try, at least. So.
Well, I think you do more than try. I'm looking forward to coming out and seeing you guys. We're definitely gonna do some slinger volleyball. So
Okay.
you got to come to a match. I won't call it a game.
Yeah,
You got
I'll
to
be
come
there.
to a match, and then you got to come up and see me, and we got to get you on the headset. And we can talk. We can dish about slinger volleyball.
All right, I'll
Is that,
be
is
there.
that cool?
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so we'll do that, and then of course we'll be here for slinger basketball. I wouldn't get away from that.
Of
So
course.
here's the moral of the story, Maggie. As always, because you're W7 family, what that means is, when you see your family, you go see them. You don't just like, oh yeah, they're over there, and not see them, because that hurts people's feelings. So you're not going to do
course.
that. Like,
No.
I hurt your feelings not doing a selfie. So
Hey.
now we've got that rectified, and we've got it cleared. The air is cleared.
Yes.
That we're going to see each other when we're in town together, and that's the way it's going to be, right?
We got the selfie and the interview down now, so we're good.
Hey, two last questions. One is, where are you as far as the process for school and commitment, all that stuff? Are you there yet? Where are you?
I'm really looking at Concordia because, well, I'm a bit of a homebody. So, I mean, that's close to home, clearly. It's in Cedarburg. It's right over there.
I mean, Maggie, that would be a huge win for Concordia if you go play there. I'm not blowing you
mean-
smoke here. I'm serious. That would be an enormous win for Concordia.
Yeah, I mean, I love Coach Crook, love the staff. I went out there for a camp. I mean, I like their program, and I want to go into business. They have a nice business school, so I think I'm going to go tour there, and then we'll see where that takes me.
I gotta feel I'm gonna be working for you someday. Like,
Yeah?
I'm gonna be calling you like my boss.
so?
Yeah, I gotta.
I want to go
feel
into
it about
PR,
that.
so if you need any
I do.
public
I
relations
always
work,
did that. Social media
got
stuff.
you.
I mean, you're all
Yeah.
over social media. I mean, you know it as well as I do.
Oh,
So
I am.
let's talk. Let's talk about that. There's always a place for you. Anytime you want, we always got a place for you. And here's the very last question, and it's probably really I've believe it or not, I've not asked this question in 2 days. We've done 50-some interviews. I've never asked this question, so I'm only gonna ask you. Are you ready for what the question is, and are you ready with the answer?
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Maggie Plahmer, our special guest from Slinger. Abby's still talking there with the St. Mary's coach, so we'll probably let her go. But let me ask you, Mags, everything W7 does, we do.
For the girls.
You've been watching W7. We'll
Did I
see you
kill it?
Sunday. She
Yeah.
killed it. We'll see you Sunday for the golf show. Until then,